Today, let's talk about faking life, living a life that is fake. I have decided to talk about this thing because I have never really known what faking life is. I always hear people out there say that some people are faking life. But for me, I have never known how to fake my life. I always share my real problems and my real successes. A lot of you know me by my problems, by the way. A lot of you know that I was divorced, and that is why you started following me on this channel. A lot of you know that I was auctioned. That is why you started following me on this channel. A lot of you know that I didn't have money. That's why you started following me. And you have been seeing me take videos in places that look like this. They are not flashy. There are no cars. I'm not putting on glamorous clothes. I am not living in a flashy area. So I have never really known what faking life is. Because when I take my camera to share my life experiences, I do share real life. What you see is what you get. The Gidi you see on camera here is the real Gidi that you will meet. So I really don't know what faking life is. But I'm trying to imagine people who are faking life out there, people who are living a life that is not theirs, according to what I hear, because I've never really known what faking life is. Is that not expensive? Is that not really very expensive and it's hard work to fake it? Because I'm trying to imagine, for example, if I don't have an apartment. If I want to take a flashy video in an apartment, it means I have to go and pay a security guard or even pay the owner of that apartment. Now, by the time I produce that video, I have spent a lot of money trying to fake it. And if I take a video in a place like this, I am not paying anyone. I'm just doing a simple video. And people watch me, by the way. That's what I'm wondering. People are just watching me, just the way they watch those flashy videos. So I'm wondering, if I fake that I have an apartment, it's expensive. If I don't fake, it is cheap. But all in all, people will end up watching us. The only thing that will change is the perception. They will think that you are rich, and for me, they will think that I'm poor. But the end result is they have watched us. You see, I'm also thinking about maybe a car. You've seen me drive a Voxy. And then if I want to lie that I have a GLE, then I have to go and then hire that car. Or maybe I have to go and then buy it on loan. Then start faking it. Then faking is expensive. That is what I think. Of course, people who fake life, you can help me understand. Is it not expensive to fake life? You know, I've been looking at this thing from the perspective of the economy that we have right now. You know, in Kenya, we have a lot of businesses that are struggling. And when a lot of businesses are struggling, it means that the purchasing power has a problem. The general population has a problem because people cannot buy. That is why the businesses are struggling. And this one is closely related to, I think, unemployment and underemployment. In this country, we have a scarcity of jobs. Jobs are not there. People have looked for jobs. Some people graduated 10 years ago. They have looked for a job. They can't get a job. People have no money. People have no jobs. People are struggling with underemployment. Even government workers. You know, I'm a nurse. I'm a professional nurse. And I have seen my fellow nurses on strike because they want some few thousands added on their salaries because they need money. So we have a job scarcity problem. We have underemployment problem. Businesses are struggling because of low purchasing power. And then the cost of living keeps rising all the time. So when the cost of living is high, businesses are struggling. People are complaining of unemployment and underemployment. Why do you have to make it look like you are rich in a country that is already struggling? A lot of people are going through a lot of problems out there. People have no money. People have no jobs. People have no assets. People are not paying loans the way it is required. Like, for example, I was reading about non-performing loans recently. And you find that these loans, these mobile loans, nearly 600 billion shillings have not been paid by people for 6 months. People are borrowing from these mobile apps and they cannot pay. So the economy is struggling for a lot of people. And as I was talking recently, only about 10,000 people are really, really wealthy in this country. A lot of people that you see displaying opulence on social media are not actually very rich. And you know, some of us know that because we look at the statistics, we look at the job situation in the country, we look at how businesses are struggling, we look at how even landlords are complaining that tenants are not paying rent. That should tell you that the economy itself is struggling. Now, in an economy that is struggling, The only convenient thing to do is to live an authentic life, which is very cheap. Very cheap. Like for me, for example, the way I have been telling people, when you live a life that is real and you are showing something that is real, it is you, and you don't have to pay to lie about anything. Like for example, as I have said, I don't have to pay anybody to tell you that I'm living a good life. I don't have to pay anybody to show a car. I don't have to pay anybody to show a rental house. You see, I'm just living my honest village life. And this is not cheap life. This is the real authentic life that I don't have to pay anything. Now, if I earn $1,000 right now, it is easier to save that money. Very easy to save that money because I don't have a lot of expenses. And that one is really very good. It creates a good buffer in this economy. And I really pity these people who want to start making it on social media, people who want to get monetized on social media. You think that you should come to social media to show an expensive life for you to get monetized and start earning money. You don't have to do that. Bro, watch all my videos. Have you seen me saying that I have bought a car? I have built an apartment. I have done this and that. No. But when you go to my videos, you'll see people are just watching me live a life people think it is cheap. A life that looks like it is frustrated. And as they watch me, I make money. So you can make money living a life that looks cheap. You don't have to fake it. You know, there are some people who are telling me that I have to chase clout. You have to show that you have this and that so that people can now start coming. You know, clout brings a lot of people. But that clout ends. Then real life remains. Now, why can't you create a social media presence around real life? Your own real life. Bro, I am an example of a person who is real and people have watched me. Can't you just, when you want to start for example, if you are living in one bedroom, for example, why can't you just start maybe posting yourself in that one bedroom without a bed? Like when you have only one cloth. Like for example, I like wearing this coat of mine. Now, if this is something that you have and you value, and maybe it is the only thing that you have, why can't you just show it? Because at the end of the day, people will just watch it. People also want to see poverty. By the way, do you know that a lot of people want to see poverty also? I hear people say out there that content is expensive. You know, when I want to create content, I have to travel. I have to look for content. Sometimes I laugh that if you want to create content, some people, when they want to create content, they have to look for content. If you find yourself looking for content, then it's a problem. It's a problem because content is around you. It is you who is content. Your cheap life, your affordable life, the life that you think that is embarrassing, that is the content that you have. You can make money without spending anything. I spend zero on my videos. Zero. Probably the only thing I can say is that I bought myself a good camera. Then I have a good laptop that I edit videos with. That is enough. Now the rest of the content, I spend no money. But you know, when you see the money is rising, the revenue is going up, and you see that the revenue has reached $500, $600, $700. Now that is the money that is coming in without expenditure. Now you can imagine getting all that money without faking anything, without paying anybody. All that money is coming to your account. Do you think that is a little money? I heard somebody say that, you know, those are YouTube coins. Those are YouTube coins. Bro, do you know that a lot of people in America don't even have $400 in savings? Do you know that a lot of people in a superpower, in a country that we think is very rich, cannot afford, like, let's say, $1,000 in emergencies? But do you know that we have people in villages who have saved that money? I want people to learn from Kalenjins. You know, Kalenjins, let me tell you something interesting about Kalenjins. A Kalenjin can have a lot of money and then they live a very affordable life. It is not a struggling life. Some people imagine that when you live an affordable life that you are struggling. What kind of struggle are you talking about? Now, when I'm in these trees of mine here, just talking to myself, what is the struggle? I have eaten, there's a lot of food, I have woken up, I've made some money in other things, I'm now here creating content, nothing is disturbing me, I'm stress-free, and you know, money is coming in. Now, is this a struggling life? Now, for most people, this is a very cheap life. Now, Kalenjins don't look at it like that. A Kalenjin can make a lot of money, then they are just there. Then when an emergency arises, you find that a Kalenjin harvested maize worth 4 million shillings, and he has 4 million shillings in savings. That is why Kales have a lot of money, because they don't spend money unnecessarily. So I can assure you that a lot of people in Rift Valley, a lot of people in Kalenjin land there, they have more money than a lot of people in the US. The only thing that people in the US have are working systems. People in the US have a government that is working, a government that is functional. There's a little corruption in so many sectors. So they have that advantage. You see? So don't say that now you have to fake life and appear like you are living well for you to live a very good life. No. And this thing brings me to how we struggle to show our lives on social media. Do you know that we struggle to show lives to people who are equally struggling? Do you know that we try to live a very good life and then we lie that we are very comfortable to people who are also struggling? Now imagine you are struggling. Another person is struggling. But the two of you are trying to lie to each other that you are doing well. I don't know if you are getting me. That you don't have money. You are struggling to pay debt. You are struggling even to pay rent. You are behind on rent. You don't even have money in emergency right now. Your friend is also the same. He doesn't have. But then when you are on social media, you are posting a very glamorous photo. Then they post a very glamorous photo. Then all of you are lying to one another. Why are you lying to one another? Can't you just be real? Can't you just be real and tell each other that, bro, we are struggling. How do we get out of this struggle? How do we get out of this struggle? Now, it is easier to comfort each other and to help one another to get out of the struggle. And the good thing is, when you decide that you are suffering, when you decide that you want to show a life that you are really suffering, which is authentic and raw, you will find your fellow people who are equally suffering and they are ready to help one another. Like, for example, when I said that, oh, I'm auctioned, oh, my marriage has suffered, I found a lot of support from people who are going through the same. And let me tell you, people who are going through the same thing are so many. So many people. It is just that they have not opened their mouth to speak. If people open their mouth to speak what they are going through, bro, that is when you will get real life. People are hiding a lot of things. They are hiding a lot of things. Now, it is better to hide. I'm not saying that you speak about those things that you are suffering from. It is better to hide, but then again, it is better to accept the reality. It is not good to hide then fake. If you hide and fake, you are going to suffer even more. Because you are faking that your life is good. And people are coming to you for advice. That how do I manage this? You are already suffering. Have you ever seen you are going to a person for advice on marriage, yet his marriage failed? You are going to a person for advice on finances, yet his finances failed. That is why I said that even though I have good income right now, I cannot lie to people that I'm teaching them about money. And that is why I talked about money recently. If you have failed in terms of managing money, if you have not created wealth, you don't have any authority to teach people about money. Why? Because you are not there. I cannot come right now to start telling you that now you have to be rich for you to become wealthy. You have to invest in treasury bills. You have to invest in shares. You have to... No, that one, I have read about it. I don't know. You see, I can only share my problems because that is what I'm going through. And if I finish sharing these problems, then I can look for a person who has gone through this and he has successfully managed to navigate the issue. That is when they can teach me about what they have gone through. They have successfully gone through it. But if you give me advice and you are also suffering, it means that we are walking the same path. We are just encouraging one another. That is now not advice. You are not guiding me to succeed or guiding me to make it in life in one aspect or in the other aspect of life. No, you are just encouraging me, just like you are going through problems, that let us go through this together. You are not alone. We are in this together, bro. You see? So let me not rant so much. Let me finish this video here. But let me tell you something, bro. Your real flex should not be showing people that you are making it. Your real flex should not be taking good photos and then lying to people when you are struggling. Your real flex should not be that. Your real flex should be financial peace and growing your income. Now, do you have income? Yes, that is number one. A lot of people don't have good income. Now, if you can create good income, that is one real flex that you can really have. That is number one. Number two, are you able to save a lot of money that comes in? You know, a lot of people have good income. I have been there earning very good money and spending a lot of money. Now, if you are earning a lot of money, are you able to save a lot of it? Now, if you get $1,000 right now, sorry for talking about dollars because I earn so much in dollars. If you are earning 100,000 shillings, are you able to save 80? For example, now, do you know that if you fake life, it's very difficult to save 80? But if you live an authentic life where people think that you are struggling, you can save even 90. Do you know that? Now, are you able to save most of that? Now, are you able now to avoid unnecessary debt that you are borrowing for lifestyle? You are borrowing to buy food. You know, a lot of people are borrowing out there to buy food. Now, are you able to avoid that unnecessary debt? Now, if you have high income, you can save most of your money and you can avoid unnecessary debt. Live an authentic life. What a lot of people are struggling to achieve that. That is the real flex, bro. That is the real flex. Even if they say that this man is struggling, he's living a very cheap life, but that is the real flex. So, bro, if you are a young man today, I'm telling you, I'm encouraging you, if you are going through a problem, we have also gone through those problems. We are also still going through problems. And a lot of Kenyans, millions and millions of Kenyans are going through those problems. You are not alone. What you have to do is to identify how you can make money and then identify how you can avoid unnecessary expenditure and just live your real authentic life. If you want to create content around your life and you are fearing that your life is cheap, you don't have clothes, you don't have, now you are faking life. But if you want to create content around your real life, that is now a real flex. I can tell you that for sure. Just take a camera, film that struggle. Talk about the struggle. Your marriage failed, your relationship failed, your business has failed. Talk about it. People will watch you. I am an example. People are watching me when I am in trees. I have told you this several times. People are watching me when I'm in trees. So what will make people not to watch you when you are in a bedsitter? What will make people not to watch you when you are struggling, even in a grass-thatched house? In fact, people want that content. People abroad want to see people who are struggling in that grass-thatched house. They want to see this real African life. If you can create content around that, then the better. You don't have to fake life and chase clout for you to live that life that is expensive, because an expensive lifestyle, bro, will hand you a bill, and that one will give you stress and anxiety, and you will not manage. But if you have financial peace, you are stress-free, you are debt-free, you are in a very good position. Thank you for listening to me. This is Gidi Akali, and we shall meet again in another video. Peace.